Okay, so I've started recording for you guys, and it's very cold, so you guys will see me in the classroom. There's no heater or AC right now, which I'm planning to put in near future, and you will see me rubbing my hands to keep myself warm. Alright, so what were we learning yesterday? Do you guys remember? Yes, Salve.
Geometry.
Geometry. Yes.
Time.
Okay. So, yeah.
I was going to say geometry.
Geometry. Yes. So basically, Yaditi, you're saying something.
I was about to say something, but it wasn't geometry.
Okay. Yeah. So it was. We touched upon the basic concepts of the understanding of time and conversion of time. How do you relate minute, hours, and days with weeks and months? And then we started doing a recap of what we know about geometry. So we talked about lines, rays, and line segment. Then we talked about the angles. That is where we talked about acute angle, obtuse angle, and right angle. So
We also learned about tables yesterday.
Tables is a regular stuff. I don't count that as studying, because tables is something that we do for a living, right? I mean, if you don't know tables, there's not much that we can do with maths, correct? Alright, so I see Yug and Syanvi also have joined. Yug, are you able to hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. Yesterday you were not able to hear me, so that's why I was checking. So, yeah, Syanvi, how are you today? Doing good? So, Syanvi was not in the class yesterday. That's why I must say Happy New Year to Syanvi and all of you whom I did not say. But yeah, request everybody to keep their videos on, okay? Because if you turn on your video, at least it gives me an opportunity to interact with you. Otherwise, no, it feels like I'm talking to a laptop screen, and I feel like being a robot. Yeah. All right. So we talked about angles. That is where we talked about acute angle, obtuse angle, and right angle. Acute angles are acute angle, meaning the smaller angles. Angles which are smaller than 90 degree, that's acute angle. Angles which are 90 degree are called right angle, and angles which are more than 90 degree is called obtuse angle. And then we looked at the properties of triangles. That is where we talked about equilateral triangle, isosceles triangle, and scalene triangle. You all remember that? Does everybody remember it? No? You don't remember the triangles? Yeah, Tasvik? Okay, Yaditi.
I remember the triangles.
Okay, wonderful. Yes, Tasvik. You remember as well?
Yes.
How about you, Yug? Do you remember?
No.
Why? So now here's the deal. In the year 2025, here's the deal. Whoever forgets, they have to watch the video of the class 2 times. Because I'm making this video for you guys only, right? Otherwise, there's no need to record it, use so much of memory, deal with so much of hassle of setting up the laptop, iPad, and everything in the class, right? So I make the video for you guys. So use the video for doing revision, okay? There are things that you learn in the class. If you get distracted, if you're not able to pay attention, or if I say something that you're not able to follow, your best friend is the video, okay? Yeah? And if you are not sure where the videos are, you have to check with your parents, because they get the information of or the link for the video of every class right after the class is done, okay? So use that to your advantage, and once you watch the video, I'm sure you'll be able to understand or follow. If you still don't, watch it one more time. If it doesn't work, then come to me. But not paying attention in the class would not help. Okay? Otherwise, I will probably end up teaching the same thing for the rest of the year. Yes, Tasvik?
Can I go to the bathroom?
Yes, please. Alright. So, again, we talked about the triangles, and one triangle was equilateral triangle, other triangle was isosceles triangle, and third triangle was scalene triangle. Equilateral triangle had all the three sides being same. Equilateral. This is a short form of equal. Okay, this is a Greek word. And lateral means side. Okay. When you guys grow up, you will hear something like bilateral discussion, meaning two-sided discussion, when people from two different sides talk to each other. Okay. Trilateral meeting, meaning where there are three teams or three parties talking together. So lateral means side, and equi is a short form of equal. So when you have all the sides being equal, that is why it's called equilateral triangle. Okay. Second one was isosceles, where two sides are same, third one is not. Okay. And here in the equilateral triangle, another thing we realized was all the angles are 60 degrees. Okay. Isosceles triangle, what did we see? The two sides are same and the opposite sides. So this side, opposite side of this side, sorry, opposite angle of this side and opposite angle of this side, they are also same. This and this also same. Okay. That is what you need to be aware of. Now, scalene triangle was something where all the three sides are different, meaning nobody is friend with anybody. Yeah? Nobody likes each other. It's like three friends talking to each other. See, I'm taller than you. Other person says I'm taller than both of you. Third person says, no, I don't care. You guys are not like me. I'm taller than both of you. Right? So these are the three friends who are different sides, different height basically. Yeah. So scalene triangle is a triangle where all the three sides are different. Okay? And if the sides are different, angles are also different. This is what we learned yesterday. Now, let's go to the next flavor. Again, we will talk about the triangles a little bit more and see who knows
I just wrote them in my.
what is that?
I just wrote them. I just guessed that you were gonna say about this, and then I was right.
Yep. Okay. Now, who knows what are these three types of triangles? Okay, just keep raising your hand. I'll come to you guys one by one. Okay. Okay, Tasvik has answered yesterday enough. So let me go to Aditi. What is this triangle?
This triangle is an equilateral.
Okay. Just one clue for you all, okay? I'm not talking about the sides here, I'm talking about the angles. So, if you look at this triangle with the view of angle in mind, what is this one called? Aditi, do you remember?
Yeah, like the equilateral has a acute angle that is 60 degrees.
Yeah, so this is called acute angle triangle also. If you talk about a equilateral triangle or a triangle with a the angle in mind, this is called acute angle triangle. Okay. So just for you guys to recap, there are two ways you can define the triangles. Okay, I will do that recap in the end. Okay, for now, this is acute angle triangle for everybody. So Salmi, Nihan, Yaganya, Sanvi, this is called an acute angle triangle, meaning when all the angles are acute angle, meaning all the angles are less than 90 degree. Remember, I am saying all the angles are less than 90 degree. Yeah? Is everyone with me?
Yes, sir.
And mark my words, okay? I'm saying
Yes, sir.
okay.
Yes.
Okay. So mark my words. I'm saying all the angles are less than 90 degree, okay? Yeah? Okay. Now, what is this angle? What is this triangle called? Just raise your hand if you all know. Okay, let me go to Yaganya.
It's a right angle and it's the degree of the angle is 90 degrees.
So which angle? One angle is 90 degree, all the angles are 90 degree. What is the deal?
One angle is 90 degrees.
One angle is 90 degree. Okay. Is that your understanding also, Nihan? Only one angle. And remember, when I was talking about this triangle, I said all the angles are less than 90 degree. Here you guys are saying one angle is 90 degree, correct? Can you have a triangle which has more than two angles which is 90 degree?
No,
No, why?
I don't think so.
No.
I would make a quadrilateral.
No, don't give me story. Tell me math. I'm not talking about quadrilateral. I'm so stupid that I don't even know what is a quadrilateral right now. Because I'm only dealing with triangles so far. Tell me why a triangle cannot have two angles 90 degree. Okay, let's see what Sami has to say.
You can't have two triangles with you can't have a triangle with two 90-degree angles because then it wouldn't be a triangle.
Why?
Because so if you're gonna make a shape and it's a triangle, you have to have three sides, and a scalene triangle can't be that big, and an isosceles triangle has to have two of the same sides. So that one's ruled out, and an equilateral triangle has all same sides. So you can't make any one of them. And an equilateral triangle can't even have a right angle in it.
Okay, I know you are thinking the right direction, but I'm still not convinced. Let's see what Tasvik has to say. Yeah, Tasvik.
What was the question?
You raised a hand without knowing the question. Okay, now the question was, can you have a triangle with two angles 90 degree?
No, you can't.
Why? Give me a mathematical answer, okay?
Because if two sides are 90 degrees, then it won't be a triangle. It'll almost look like a square without the top. So one of the angles has to be either an acute or an obtuse.
Not convincing enough. Okay, let's see what Aditi has to say.
The answer is no, because that it won't look like a triangle anymore. Because that if there's 290 degrees, it'll look like a house-shaped pentagon.
See, when I see you guys raising your hand like this, it gets me excited that you are about to give me the answer that I'm looking for. But okay, let's see. Salmi, yeah, what is your response?
You can't do that because it will make an open shape. So like
Yeah.
just like that, and it will go like
Yeah,
that.
that will make an open shape. See, these are two right angle 90 degrees, okay? Now this will make an open shape, like it will be like two parallel lines. They will never meet. So if it closes like this, then becomes a triangle. If it remains open like this, I don't know what it is. It's probably going
Just
to
some random
It's going to make a canal or something. Yeah? Okay. Yeah, Yug. Now tell me, what is your story?
No. Like, because each side cannot be 90 degrees or it will not be a triangle. And it would look like a cube.
No. So I think what Salini explained, that was a simpler way of looking at it, okay? Yeah, let's see what Shriyanvi and Samvi have to say, and then I'll conclude this. Yeah, Shriyanvi.
So, no, because every triangle has 3 sides, and it would violate the rule of a triangle having 3 sides.
See, look at this. No, that is not the right definition. Let's see what Sanvi has to say. Yes, Sanvi.
It looks like parallel lines never gonna meet.
Exactly. See, this is what. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Because it's an open shape and all shapes have to be closed
Yes.
to make a complete one.
Right. So look at this. This is what Salini was also saying and what Sanvi is also saying, okay? It will become an open shape. Here you have a 90 degree. Let's say this is one side and this is 90 degree and this is 90 degree. What will happen? These two will become parallel lines which will never meet. It's an open shape. It's not a triangle. Will you ever call this guy a triangle? No. Right? Now, there is another mathematical way of looking at it. Each and every triangle in the world, okay? The sum of all angles will be equal to 180 degree only. Okay? Any triangle you pick up, regardless of the equilateral, isosceles, scalene, acute angle, obtuse angle, right angle triangle, sum of all angles will have to be 180 degree only. It cannot be 179, it cannot be 181 either. Now look at this guy. You have two angles which is 90 degree, 90 degree. When you add them together, what it becomes? 180 degree. What is the value of third angle? 0. Right? Can somebody tell me how does a 0 degree angle look like? Yeah, Aditi.
It looks like this.
Yeah. So basically what will happen is the third angle is 0 degree. So these two lines will come together and yeah. Does it look like a triangle?
No, it doesn't look like a triangle at all. It doesn't look like any shape.
Yeah.
It looks like 2 lines just together.
Yeah. So basically there are two ways of looking at it. One is how do you visually think about it. If you have two angles 90 degree, meaning you are talking about one side in the base and my two fingers here. It will never make a triangle unless my fingers come closer, right? So this is not a triangle, and when you turn the angle, fingers to this side, this angle is not 90 degree anymore. Yeah. So these are relatable part. Now mathematically also sum of all the angles is 180 degree. So if your two angles are already making 180 degree, there is no third angle actually. Yeah? Yes, Nihan.
No, I didn't mean to press it.
That is good. So now we looked at acute angle triangle and right angle triangle. What is this one called? Okay, Sanvi knows, Shanvi knows, Salini knows, Tasvik knows, Yaganya also knows. Okay, I have not given a chance to wait, no. You have to wait for my instructions. So I have not allowed Tasvik to say anything. So Tasvik, what is this one called?
Wait. Scalene triangle.
Right now we are talking with respect to angles.
Obtuse angle.
Say that again.
Obtuse angle.
Obtuse angle. Okay. Let's see Sanvi. Okay, Sanvi. Okay, why obtuse angle? Because this one of the angle is more than 90 degree. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let me go to Sanvi. So Sanvi, can you have a triangle with two angles being obtuse angle?
No, sir.
Why?
Because obtuse angles too big.
If two angles are obtuse angle, that means the sum of the two angles itself. Let's say one angle is 91 degree, which is obtuse, other angle is 95 degree, which is obtuse. Adding these two together itself becomes 185 degree. What about the third angle? Right? As I said, the statement written in stone is you can never ever have a triangle where the sum of all the three angles is anything different from 180 degree. Yeah? So you will never have a triangle with more than one angle being obtuse angle. Yeah? Okay. Now, whatever we have learned about the triangles so far, I want somebody to summarize. Who wants to do that? We learned about, so again, hear me out, okay? I want a story. I want somebody to tell me that, okay, when you look at triangles, there are different ways to categorize it. This is one way where you have these flavors. There is another way where you have these flavors. Let's see who does a good job. Okay, let's start with Aditi, then we'll go to Sami, then to Salini, then to Sriyanvi. These four kids have raised their hands. Okay, Aditi, you can start.
You have to tell a story.
Yes, so tell me, I mean, so it's like you're teaching me, okay? Your teacher doesn't know anything right now. You have to tell me what is the triangle and what are the different types of triangles you are aware of.
You see, there's some of the triangles have different types of angles because they have an obtuse angle, a right angle, and like a acute angle. A straight angle is usually like this. So usually, the acute angle happens on an equilateral triangle, and on a scaling one, there's a right angle, and then on the other scaling of the board is an obtuse angle, and it's too big.
Okay, that's one definition. Let's go to Sami.
So you have three types of triangles. So I'm going to group them. It's equilateral triangle or acute angle triangle, isosceles triangle or right angle triangle, a scalene triangle or an obtuse angle triangle. An obtuse angle is more than 90 degrees and a scalene triangle has all three sides that aren't the same, so you can make it an obtuse angle. But if you take the isosceles and equilateral has all sides that are the same, so you can't make an obtuse angle, so it has an acute angle because you can't put it straight. But for an isosceles triangle, it has one different line. So for that one, you can put it straight to make a right angle, and that's why it's called a right angle triangle.
Okay. Let's see how Salini wants to do. Oh, where did Salini go? Okay. So, Tasvik, you explain this to me as if I don't know what a triangle is and what are different types of triangles. And you have 2 minutes.
So an obtuse angle is basically an angle where the angle is over 90 degrees, and the right angle is an angle that is 90 degrees, and then acute angle is where the angle is below 90 degrees.
Okay. Alright, Shalini, you're back. You want to teach your teacher today?
I have a technical issue, like I didn't get to see anyone.
That's
So I
fine.
have to.
So assume that your teacher doesn't know anything about triangles. You have to teach me what are the different types of triangles you are aware of. And you have only 2 minutes.
There are so many types of triangles, and there are acute triangle, isosceles, acute angle, isosceles triangle,
Uh-huh.
right angle triangle,
Uh-huh.
obtuse
Okay.
scalene
Mm-hmm.
triangle.
Okay.
I'm getting confused.
No, so see, there are 2 things, okay? See, the reason why I asked you guys to teach me is because there are a lot of things that you have learned and you know it all. Now, knowing is one part. How you explain things, that makes your knowledge more complete. Okay? So let's see. Nihan, do you want to give it a try?
Yeah, okay, for me.
Yeah. You guys are learning the art of storytelling.
So there are like about 6 types. So there are a right angle triangle, there's an equilateral triangle,
Mm-hmm.
there's a acute triangle, there's a scalene, and there is obtuse.
Mm-hmm.
But the scalene triangle has all 3 sides like different apart from each other, so you can name that the obtuse, and then the isosceles has 2 angles the same and one the different, and one is the different, so you can name that about like you can say I don't know, but and the equilateral triangle has all 3 sides the same, so all 3 sides and all 3 angles are the same as acute.
Okay. Now, Jay, do you want to share something?
No.
No. Jay is shy. Okay. Now, see, I'll tell you why I was forcing you guys to tell me a story, right? Because when you have to tell a story to somebody, every story has 3 elements to it: the starting point, the main, what you call the main content or the meat, and then the conclusion. Now, here's the story. If I have to tell you guys what is a triangle and what are the different types of triangles, I can do that in 2 minutes. You want to look at the stopwatch? Please do so. Here's the thing. Triangle is a shape which has 3 sides and 3 angles. 3 sides and 3 angles. Now, you can categorize triangles based on sides and based on angles. When you categorize them based on sides, you have 3 types of triangles. When all the sides are same, equilateral triangle. Only 2 sides same, isosceles triangle. And when none of the sides are same or matching with any other, that's scalene triangle. When you look at the angles, then also you can categorize them in 3 types. One is called acute angle triangle, where all the angles are less than 90 degrees. Second one is called right angle triangle, where one of the angle is 90 degree or right angle. And the third category is where one of the angle is more than 90 degree, that is called obtuse angle triangle. That's it. So look at this way. You have a triangle which has 3 sides and 3 angles. Based on sides, you have equilateral, isosceles and scalene. Based on angles, you have acute angle triangle, right angle triangle and obtuse angle triangle. That is what I wanted to hear. And see, if you think about these things that way, right? I mean, you will learn a lot of things every day. What you have to do is summarize, and that becomes your learning. Yeah? If you look at the class, right? In the whole class of 1 hour, I keep on blabbering, correct? I do? Yes or no? Okay. No, I do. I mean, everybody does. I will not be talking sense for the entire 1 hour. The main content or your takeaway is only in 10 minutes where I'm summarizing it. This is the summarization of what we have learned so far. Make sense? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, alright. Everybody, Jay, Sammy, Janvi. Okay, see, I did a good job. Sammy says 1 minute 8 seconds. Yeah. So, Tasvik, Yug, everybody with me?
Yes.
So, Yug, tomorrow if I asked you that, do you know about the different types of triangles? What would be your answer? 1 minute 8 seconds. No, I'm just asking that. No, did you follow what I said? I simply said, triangle is a shape which has 3 sides and 3 angles. You can categorize triangles based on sides or based on angles. When you look at sides, when all the 3 sides are same, equilateral. Only 2 sides same, isosceles triangle. When all sides are different, Scalian triangle. When you look at it with angles, there are 3 types again. When all the angles are less than 90 degree, acute angle triangle. When one angle is 90 degree, right angle triangle. When only one angle is more than 90 degree, that is obtuse angle triangle. That's it. That's all we have learned since yesterday till now.
Stop doing emojis.
Yeah, please don't do that emoji. Emojis is the most useless thing that you can do in a math class. Do you know how to stop it? I said emoji is the worst thing to do and you still threw 10 emojis after that. Yes, Aditi.
Emojis and typing annoy me a little bit, but I don't just get mad.
Yeah, I mean, more than this, see, these are distractions, right? I mean, let's say while teaching math, if I start singing a song, would you guys like it?
No.
No, right?
Well, about math, we would. No.
Yeah. So my point is, when you do something, you do one thing at a time. You cannot eat and dance the same time. You cannot sing and take bath. I mean, singing, taking bath might happen. That's okay. But you cannot play football and tennis at the same time. Correct? You can't study and sleep at the same time. Okay? You do one thing at a time. That's what helps you build that concentration and do a good job. Yeah? Right.
Study in your dreams.
You'll get your result also in your dreams. So that happens, okay? These are related stuff. So if your parents say that, okay, have you studied? Yeah, I studied my dreams. Imagine how scary the result would be. It'll be a nightmare. Alright, come back to the class. Okay.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah, sure.
On a pre-test, on a decimal pre-test, I got a pass, like not a fail.
Uh-huh. And is pass a good thing or is there something better than pass as well?
It was about 80.
Okay. So if it's above 80, that's when you get a pass?
Yeah.
Okay.
Almost.
So you did a good job is what you're saying. So that means a thumbs up. Good job. So see that's what will happen. If you pay attention to the class, you'll certainly see the benefit of it. Whichever class, we're not saying my class only, whichever class. If you're in school paying attention, you will see advantage of that. Yes, Sanvi.
Can I tell you something also?
Yes, please.
On the even though the STAR math test was very hard, I got a 100.
Wonderful. See.
What? Oh my God, you're
Ah.
you're a G.
So see, that is my goal. I want each one of you to get a perfect score in every exam that you give. And that will happen when I teach with honesty, when you study with honesty, and when you kind of practice things, okay? I mean, that's how it will happen, okay? Yes, Janvi. One last input and then I will continue with what I was teaching.
So I have a question. So I just wanted to make sure an isosceles triangle is a triangle with two sides of equal length.
Yes.
And a third side of different length. Right?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
So see, this is a sequence. When all sides same, equilateral. Only two sides same, isosceles. None of the sides same, scale. Yes, Yug. Yug, you have raised your hand. Unmute yourself and say whatever you have to say, and then I'll continue.
I can't see you.
Is that a problem for anybody else also in the class? Can everybody see me, hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can see you.
Okay, then it might be a problem at your end where you have to disconnect and join back again.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
happened at last time too.
yep. Alright, so coming back to, so far we talked about triangles. We talked about angles, we talked about lines, we talked about parallel lines, and then we talked about triangles. Now, we did one, as in one line segment, or yes, Jay. Yes, please. So we talked about number one, which is one line segment, or ray, where we have only one. Then we talked about angles, where you had two sides meeting somewhere. And then we talked about parallel lines also, where you had two lines. Then we talked about three-sided stuff, which is triangle. Now 1, 2, 3 is done. What comes after 3? What comes after 3? 4. So when you talk about four sides, that is when you talk about quadrilaterals. When you talk about a shape which has four sides, that is called quadrilaterals. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Now, without I starting my story, let's see who all remembers what are different types of quadrilaterals. Who all remembers? Just raise your hand and I will call out the names. Okay? Stay on mute unless I ask you to. Yaganya, are you with me? Yaganya has been
She
quiet.
just left the meeting.
What is that?
She left the meeting.
Okay. She might join. Okay. Yeah. Here's Jagannatha also. So I repeat the question. What are different types of quadrilaterals that you guys know, and whoever knows about some of them, please raise your hand so that I can come to you one by one and ask.
Digitally or?
I will ask. I'll ask, call out your name, then you can mute yourself and share it. Let's see what Shyamli has to share. Shyamli, what are the different types of quadrilaterals? Give me a few names.
A rhombus,
Rhombus, okay?
a square,
Okay.
and
Okay. Let me go to Nihit. Nihit. Yeah, Nihit.
Rectangle.
Rectangle. Okay. What else?
Star.
Star. There is no star.
Left.
No. When I'm asking question, only I will respond, okay? Not everybody else. Okay. So let's go to Aradhya.
Trapezoid.
Trapezoid. Okay. What else? Any other shape that you can remember? Recall? No prompting, Shalini. Okay. Let's go to Aditi. Yeah.
Diamond.
Diamond. No, that is covered in rhombus actually.
Maybe kite.
Kite. Okay. And then Shalini.
Parallelogram.
Parallelogram.
That's what I was about to say next.
Huh?
That's what I was about to say next.
Oh, don't worry, everybody gets enough chance. Parallelogram. Is there anything missing? Rhombus, square, rectangle, trapezoid, kite, parallelogram. These are essentially the shapes that comes under the larger bucket of, what is that?
Quadrilateral.
Of larger bucket of quadrilateral. So quadrilateral, like we said, triangle. Triangle is the father of all the types of shape which has three sides. And inside that you have equilateral, isosceles, scalene, acute angle, right angle triangle, and obtuse angle triangle. Likewise, quadrilateral is the parent of all the types of shapes which has four sides and four angles. And these are shapes which are called square, rectangle, rhombus, trapezoid, kite, and parallelogram. Now, let's go through them one by one. Let's go through them one by one, and this is where your actual understanding or knowledge of quadrilaterals will. And we are just talking about the properties, okay? So if you guys know the properties, life becomes much easier. Now, what is this shape? Does everybody know? You don't have to answer. But just raise your hand. Don't start speaking unless I ask for. Okay. Yes, please. Okay. Now let me go to Nihan. What is this guy?
A rectangle.
What are the properties of rectangle?
So two sides, so the opposite sides are the same,
So
the
this one,
base and the upper base are the same.
these
and
two are same. These two are same. Opposite
And then
sides
the
are
side
same.
and the other side are the same. Yeah.
Yeah. So you said opposite sides are same. That takes care of it. So these two are opposite sides same. These two are opposite sides same. Okay, that is one of the properties. Let's see, Sanvi, what are the other properties of rectangle?
There are four right corners, like angle, right angle.
Four right angles. So these are 90 degrees.
That's what I was going to say.
That's okay. Sky will not fall apart if somebody else said what you had to say. Okay? Sky doesn't fall. Sky has never fallen, right? I have not seen sky falling ever. So don't worry about it. Okay, what else? Any other property that you can recall? So Nihan, I mean, I'm giving chance to everybody one by one. So I'll come to you, okay? Don't worry. You'll get chance. Salni, what is the other property that you are aware of a rectangle?
Well, I was about to ask, what happened?
What happened, meaning?
There are two pairs of parallel lines.
Okay, so they are, okay. The opposite sides are equal and parallel also. That's what you can say. So if you are talking about a rectangle, the properties of rectangle are the opposite sides are equal and parallel. So this and this are equal and parallel. this and this are equal and parallel. And what Sanvi said was all the four angles are also 90 degree. So that is enough to say what is a rectangle comprising of. Okay?
Wait,
Yeah.
can't you also like say the formulas of it?
We will see, formula is the easy part, okay? If you know the properties, trust me, you will play with geometry, okay? So that's why I'm stressing on the properties right now, and then we'll go to the formula part of it, okay? Okay, rectangle is done. Any other property that you guys can think of?
Can I go to the restroom?
Yes, please. So Suhina, Tasvik, Nihit, Yug, are you guys clear? Aradhya, clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I'll just keep on asking these things just to make sure that everybody is on the same page. So rectangle is that. We know the property of rectangle. There should not be any confusion hereafter. Now let's go to the next shape. Again, my drawing skills are not great. I'm just trying to manage somehow. Okay. Who all knows what exactly is this shape? Just raise your hand. Okay. Okay, Aradhya.
Square.
Okay. Everybody agrees this is a square? This looks like a square?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Now, so Aradhya, tell me some more properties of a square.
All the sides are equal.
So this, and this are equal, okay? Any other property that you can recall?
All the angles are 90 degrees.
Okay. Okay. So, Yug, what is the other property that you remember of a square? You are talking on mute, Yug. You have to unmute yourself first.
Every on a square, each side has like each side is each corner of it has like one, and all of that equals 4 corners. A square is 4 corners.
Yeah, so all four sides are same and every corner angle is 90 degree.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Aditi, what extra thing you want to add?
It has 4 sides.
No, what is extra that you want to add? So 4 sides are same, 4 angles are 90 degree. Any additional information you want to add?
It is considered a quadrilateral, and the angle is never changed.
Okay. No, that is correct. Now let's see what Sanvi has to say.
All I wanted to add is the corners are called vertex, and if there's more than one vertex, it's called verticals.
So good thing here is every shape that you look at, every corner is called vertex. Okay, even if you're talking about a triangle, these will be called vertex. Okay, so basically all the corners they are always called vertex, regardless of the shape we talk about. Okay. So, okay, Sammy, you want to add something?
Yeah, a square can also be counted as a rectangle.
A square can also be counted as a rectangle. Yeah, it can be. Only other thing that you want to, so since you're saying that it can be counted as a rectangle, other property that you might want to consider is the opposite sides are parallel as well. Like in the case of a rectangle, your opposite sides are parallel. In the case of square also, the opposite sides are parallel. So if you talk about square, all 4 sides are same, opposite sides are parallel, and all the corners are 90 degree. that should be more than enough to define a square. Yeah? Alright. Now, let's go to the next shape. And whoever has not got a chance to share something, don't get disheartened because you'll get enough opportunity to talk. We still have 8 more minutes. So the third shape is this. And whoever knows about it, raise your hand. And just knowing about it means knowing the properties of the shape, because that is what is your building block to be able to master geometry in future. Okay? Okay, I see Shranvi, Nehit and Salni have raised their hand. Anybody else who knows about this shape? Okay, everybody knows. Okay, so let me start with Nehit. Yeah, what is the shape called?
Diamond.
Diamond and gold is in the jewelry shop. I mean, diamond is not the wrong answer, but it is called rhombus. Okay, mathematically we call it rhombus. Okay, so rhombus and diamond are the same thing, but you will not see people saying diamond, they will always say rhombus. Okay, yeah. Any other property that you remember, Saswik? Sorry, Nehit? No? Okay, let's go to Nihan.
It's a quadrilateral. All 4 sides are the same.
All 4 sides are same. Okay, that is one property. What else? Okay, let me go to Salmi.
They have the same length and also they have 2 pairs of parallel lines.
Yeah, lines will be parallel for sure. So the opposite sides are parallel and all sides are same. What else? Aditi, let's see what Aditi has to add.
If we split the rhombus in half, it'll become 2 triangles.
That holds true for every quadrilateral. 2 triangles. 2 triangles. So basically cutting into half means joining, cutting across the 2 vertices. Okay. Alright. Tasvik, what do you want to add?
I was going to say the opposite sides are
Parallel.
parallel.
Okay. So in case of a rhombus, all 4 sides are of same length and the opposite sides are parallel. What else? Sanvi, let's see what Sanvi want to add.
I have 2 things. So the one thing is, like, when you tilt the rhombus, it equals a square, and the other thing is, like the lines that are together, they intersect.
See, if you tilt the rhombus, it will remain like this. So it will not turn to be a square. But okay, let's see. We have 5 more minutes. So, Shranvi, you want to add something?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So like the opposite sides of a rhombus are parallel and the opposite angles are equal.
That's a good information. Opposite angles are equal. So this angle is equal to this angle. This angle is equal to this angle. This is a good additional information. Now, what I want you guys to visualize is this. Okay, this is not a perfect example, but look at this like a square. Okay, this is a square. Okay, if I squeeze it, now this became like a rhombus. Just look at my fingers. I mean, this is not a good example because my thumb and this finger are not the same size. I'm saying if my fingers were of the same size, so basically look at this. So this is a square. I'm just trying to make it up. Okay, if you squeeze from this corner, meaning I applied the force here and made it longer, thinner, this is what is a rhombus. Yeah. So imagine this was a square. I squeezed it. I had a square like this. I squeezed it from this corner. It became longer, thinner. This is a rhombus. See, this same square got squeezed and became longer and thinner. So the opposite side angles are the same. All sides are same length. I did not change the length of the side. What I changed was just the angle. This angle, these two angles became bigger than 90 degree. These two became smaller than 90 degree. Okay. So that's a property. Now another property that you might want to be aware of is if you join the opposite vertex, this and this, this and this, they meet at 90 degree. This is another property. Okay. So, and this will help you find out the area of a rhombus in future. Okay. If you have a rhombus, when you join the opposite corners, they meet each other at 90 degree, and these are called diagonals. Yeah. So it says in case of a rhombus, the diagonals perpendicularly bisect each other, meaning they are perpendicular, meaning they make 90 degree, and they bisect, meaning this side and this side are same, this side and this side are same. So this equal to this equal to this. This is the property. Okay. So we talked about the shape of quadrilaterals. We started with rectangle, square, and rhombus. Rectangle and square we understood. Rhombus, I'm just doing a summary of this. Rhombus is like a squeezed square where all the four sides are of same length, opposite angles are same. And when you join the opposite corners, they perpendicularly bisect each other, meaning they are perpendicular to each other and they cut themselves into equal halves. Okay, that will be the summary of what we have learned with respect to rectangle, square, and rhombus, and then we'll go on to learning the remaining shapes in quadrilateral in the next class. Post that, Nehed, don't do that. Post that, we will talk about how to find out the area and perimeter of these shapes. Okay. So that brings us to the end of the class. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Best of luck for the class. School starting tomorrow. And have fun.
No, sir. School is not starting tomorrow for us. It's
Oh, not a good.
It starts Tuesday.
Oh, bad. My office starts tomorrow though. Alright, have fun. Alright. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Alright. Best. Yep. Enjoy. Alright, bye-bye.